Lady Dragon is a Cynthia Rothrock action vehicle. This movie came out in 1990. It's very cheesy, almost to the point of being a cinematic atrocity, but it doesn't quite get to that level. It's just a really cheesy, nostalgic action movie. So basically, our main character, she is a pit fighter, and she's making money. She's got some martial arts skill. However, she gets contacted by Gibson, an old CIA contact of hers, that says that the man who killed her husband is now resurfaced. So her husband was killed by this man, so she wants to go after him. So she puts on a disguise and shows up at a nightclub and ends up being brutalized when she is unable to assassinate the man. And she wakes up in the middle of nowhere, gets nursed back to health by a mute mentor and the man's grandson, and he teaches her like fighting techniques, and then she basically has to find her way back to the to like finish off what she started. So this movie, I call it nostalgic because it's very 90s, very 80s and 90s. It's got like action montages, fight scenes to rock music. You've got a really over-the-top performance from the villain. You know, like they've done movies before, but Richard Norton is just like, he's so cliche as the villain. He's like this evil villain. If he had a mustache, he'd be twirling it 24/7, you know, killing his own henchmen for failure. So many cliches in this movie, to the point where it's almost a comedy, but it's not. It's an action flick. So there's a little bit of action at the beginning in the nightclub, and then a little bit at the end. Really over-the-top, long fight scenes they're going way too long. There'll be a scene where he's just like pounding on her for like 5 punches into the face in a row, and she's okay. So it is almost feels almost like a parody of action flick, but it's just like, you know, amateur hour. But you know, I really enjoyed it. Mainly because of the Cynthia Rothrock and Richard Norton, him as the villain. You know, just it's really cheesy. The whole movie is just a cheese fest, but I really enjoyed it. She also fails a lot in the movie, which is really great because you want to root for her because she's the underdog. She's not like some unstoppable martial badass at the beginning. She's pretty good at the beginning, but then she has to learn to get better as the film goes on. So Lady Dragon, you know, it's not high art. It's very cheesy, but it's very enjoyable. So I give it a 6 out of 10.